Okay, guys, this is Professor Puente, and I am actually doing this course for the selling class. There's really only five of us in this course, but that does not mean you're going to get a short end of the stick. You're actually going to learn some items that are really important. This is part of your book. I'm teaching off the actual book directly. These are going to be the PowerPoints that they're giving me to show you from the book. And this is how we're going to work, guys. This is a video class that right now I'm putting together for you. It is being recorded live. If you happen to see it, click on it and you could see it right now how it's working. If you don't, it's going to be saved and it's going to be put up on D2L. When you go to D2L, you just got to go through the video. What's on the video, it's going to be what you're going to be quizzed on. Okay, realize that. That's really important. You're going to have a discussion grade, which you're going to type up 500 words on what we've talked about. And then your quiz grades are going to be two parts. First part is I need your quiz questions. You're going to give me 4 questions from the items we've spoken about on this lecture. You're going to be the one responsible to give me those questions. It's got to be 4 questions, 4 multiple choice each, and give me the answer. Your questions are going to be posted randomly and going to be put into a quiz next week. Absolutely next week, okay? Not this week. So your quiz grade this week is to get me those questions. That's all. And I'll make quizzes from those and for later modules so you can actually start using those questions. So if you have any questions about that, you let me know. I'm going to commence this lecture on selling and overall the overviewing of selling. This is a wonderful class. I really appreciate this class. Selling is something that people don't realize that does super, super well. It absolutely does. In fact, give me 1 second. Just want to see if anybody is here. It looks like nobody will be here. Didn't think you would because it's in the middle of the day. But again, if you have questions, just use the WhatsApp. There's only one student that's not on the WhatsApp chat group. Please try to get on. There's only 5 of us in this course, and it's an 8-week course, so we're going to go fast. There's 10 courses. One of these weeks, we're going to do 2. This week, we're only doing 1 since we're introducing the concept. Learning outcomes. Remember, you want to use your questions on what you're hearing from me. I'm not going to quiz on everything. So use this audio. This is how I'm going to tell how well you've looked into your video. I'm also going to grade the way you're paying attention to it. So learning outcomes. Define personal selling. Describe its unique characteristics as marketing communications tool. Distinguish between transaction-focused, traditional selling, and trust-based relationship selling, with the latter focusing on customer value and sales dialogue, and understand sales professionalism as a key driver to continued evolution of personal selling. Okay. There's other outcomes. Explain the contribution of personal selling. Discuss 5 alternatives to approaches to selling. Understand sales process and describe several aspects of sales careers. Okay. Personal selling. Marketing tool that focuses on interpersonal interactions between buyers and sellers. Absolutely. Selling does take 2 sides. It takes 2 parties, right? To initiate and develop and enhance customer relationship. Now, this is where the book kind of shows you what's the difference in this type of personal selling. Trust-based relationship selling requires salespeople to earn trust, meet customer needs, and contribute to the creation, communication, and deliver customer value. I myself, guys, know very well about this course. I am a real estate broker, and I deal with a lot of selling techniques. In this case, a lot is based on trust. Absolutely. So this kind of chart on your book, it exhibits comparisons between transaction-focused and transaction-focused traditional selling with trust-based relationship selling. They're very long. Okay, transaction-focused traditional selling, real simple. Typical skills required: selling, finding prospects, making sales presentations. The trust-based one is more information, listening, questioning, strategic problem solving, and such. And you have to realize that we can take this course and kind of divide on how social media right now it's doing their selling. Okay, right now there are people who concentrate on social media and very big about relationship way, how to connect to the clients through Facebook. So you'll see a lot of real estate agents, believe it or not, that actually connect with people through this kind of interaction and image. What are you doing? Etc. The other one, transaction focus, is a little more on the one is actually based on the person. The other one is based on the information, on the product. So you'll see other agents speak about houses, not themselves necessarily. So you have to realize primary focus on the transaction focus is the salesperson and the selling firm. Okay. The other one is the customer and the customers too as well. This is a great quiz question, guys. Primary focus. What's the difference? Real simple, right? The role of a salesperson: make calls and close sales. The other one would be a business consultant and long-term ally, key player to the customer's business. Okay, so these two I want to quiz on. These two. If you guys have questions, remember you got to give me 4. So definitely get me those. Degree of salesperson's involvement in customers' decision-making process. This is kind of a little bit for you guys to kind of read over, but I think we'll turn to value. Value is something incredibly important, guys. People don't realize that value is very much the focus of business. Okay, value, when you think of it, you start to think of how a person views the item that they have, the item that they're supposed to be buying. Okay, so this value does come from different values of the customer. So it may not be the exact same thing. To give you an example, some people appreciate food totally different than some others. So maybe restaurants try to go and sell the products to different people in different ways. McDonald's kind of sells it in a very low cost model, right? But then you have something like Fuddruckers, which is a little more quality based. What's the value to a customer? That's how you kind of push a product. Does a salesperson do a good job in helping the customer? If you're a salesperson, you're aiding to push a product. Are you giving value to this customer by explaining more about the product? Is a salesperson dependable? Because obviously if I have questions, I need that salesperson right away. Is the salesperson company easy to work with? Does the sales representative understand the customer's business and his or her industry? Are you an expert in what you're doing? If you're trying to sell me a car, do you know about cars? Is this actually a specific kind of car that we will buy? So really the value of a customer is everything to a salesperson. If you understand value, guys, you can actually make a sale. Sales dialogue with a prospective customer. And I like this, another great slide for a quiz question. Determining the need for further attention. Clarifying the situation and buying processes. Discovering unique needs and determining priorities. One that I like best is discovering unique needs. You'd be surprised how people, besides values, they also have needs. These needs are very focal to the reason why they need the product. Okay, if they absolutely need a product, they would actually go look for it. So they're already kind of there if you kind of understand the need. If you kind of understand that need and you keep going towards that way, the person will pretty much understand that this is the product that they need and this is what they came here for. If you don't understand that need, if you don't understand, and again, I always talk on the real estate side because obviously I have good examples from it. A good need to understand is usually when when a couple is going to have a kid. If a couple is going to have a kid, the need is going to have to do with square footage. Are you looking to increase and get better square footage? If you're looking to get better square footage, that means you need extra rooms. So the need for me to talk to a new parent would be how 3 bedrooms is so ideal. 1 for you, 1 for the kid, and another room just to kind of have guests coming over to see the kid. Perfect example of how to get into that need. If you don't get into that need, then you're not necessarily selling the product correctly. Sales dialogue with a prospective customer. Communicating how the sales organization can create and deliver customer value. Remember, you're delivering that value to them. Negotiating a business deal or earning a commitment from a customer. I'll tell you, my day trade, what I do is I'm a real estate broker. The word broker means negotiation. So overall, if you guys are wondering what a broker does, a broker is a person in charge of multiple agents. They're really the ones that have the license from the state. And that word broker comes from negotiating a deal. So we negotiate for people, for clients, for good deals, for a good price. And again, it goes back to agency and other items. So you'll see. Assessing sales organization performance to ensure continuous improvement. A good salesperson is always improving. Absolutely. You'll see that years of experience in sales does equate to better jobs. And in sales, guys, if you're ever wondering what's the big deal with sales, in sales, the best jobs are probably going to be with the best products because they pay more. Believe it or not, in sales for oil, it's one of the highest, absolutely highest. And if your product is worth in the millions, usually you get a percentage of that, which means it's probably a lot more than your typical product, right? So evolution of professional selling, sales professionalism, customer-oriented approach uses truthful, non-manipulated tactics to satisfy long-term needs of a customer and the selling firm. You have to realize this part concentrates on truthful. Before, selling had to do with manipulative actions. Back in the maybe 50s, a salesman was a person who kind of tricked you into a product. This is no longer the case. The ethics of this industry is now focused on professionalism. And when you're a salesman, you're actually more acting like a consultant. In this case, the professional criteria is specialized knowledge, contribution to society, definition of culture, and unique set of skills. No longer trying to take someone's money. More than likely, you're helping them, giving them value. Realize the differences, guys. Salespeople will help in stimulating the economy, diffusion of innovation, because you're kind of talking to the customer, so you kind of have an idea of what their needs are. Generating revenue and providing feedback through research, major research. Hey guys, this is not what these people wanted. They want something else. Maintaining long-term relationships with customers, yes, especially in oil sales. You're absolutely always taking relationship statuses with these people. So far into it that these salespeople have kids, and those kids becomes the new salespeople of these companies. I'm talking about major companies like Halliburton and British Petroleum and ExxonMobil. They all have their salespeople that have had those long-term careers and sometimes pass it on to their kids. It's such a great position, again, because it interacts so well with people. Adaptive selling, ability of salespeople to change their sales messages based on various customer situations. You got to be able to go with the need of each buyer. You have to understand that each one has a different kind of need, and you have to be able to adapt to it. Stimulus response, mental state, need satisfaction, and problem solving. Okay, and then we'll go and I'll see what else. It's good. Need satisfaction selling assumes that the customer is buying to satisfy a particular need or set of skills. That is correct. Uncover and confirm buyer needs. If you don't know what those needs are, find out. Present offering to satisfy that need. Hey, remember those 3 bedrooms? Remember those kids, I'm sorry. Here are the 3 bedrooms. Continue selling into purchase decision. Just continue kind of selling the product as it goes, okay? And then there's consultative selling, helping customers attain strategic goals by using product, services, and expertise. Again, this is when we're saying the salesman is a consultant, not the manipulator. Strategic orchestrator, business consultant, or long-term ally. Because remember, there's some insurance agents that, believe it or not, do become your long-term ally in any situation. A hurricane comes in, you have go to that one insurance agent. They did sell you a product. However, they're also there to consult you in the claim, okay? And then here's a little bit about ethical dilemmas and such. Let me see what else I should kind of add to this. Actually, let's go straight to the key terms. The things that we're going to quiz on that I would like for you guys to make these quiz on is on personal selling, trust-based relationship selling, customer value, sales professionalism. You're going to also talk about adaptive selling, and need satisfaction selling. That's exactly what we're going to talk about. Okay, so those are the terms that I went over. That's the 4 questions I like to have from each of you. This is not going to be the quiz this week. You're going to just do the discussion, and you're going to send me those questions. Those questions will be due at the end of this module. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. You have the WhatsApp group. That last person who hasn't joined, please join, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.